Disney World is planning to invest $17 billion over the next decade. Worlds of Fun is all of a sudden removing 5 rides, and Six Flags America is adding the RipQurl Water Blaster to their water park. Find out all that on this week's episode of The Thrill Life. What's up, guys? It is Coasters and Things here today, back again with another episode of The Thrill Life. I am joined once again with Beyond the Thrills.
What's going on, everybody? This is now episode 18. We are officially in the month of April, which means the theme park season is officially underway.
It is, you're right. And with that comes some big news.
That's right. Now, I have not made my first official theme park visit of the 2023 season yet. I was looking to go to Nickelodeon Universe last weekend. Nickelodeon Universe in New Jersey, American Dream Mall, not Mall of America. But both Sandy's Blasting Bronco and TMNT Shellraiser were going to be closed, so I figured it wasn't worth the trip out there.
Yeah, although you don't care about Shellraiser, so...
Yeah, but I would want to get footage of it at least.
Oh, yeah.
So I have not made my first park visit of the new season yet. Jason, you have, so we'll dive in on all that a little bit later. But first, we're going to start with Worlds of Fun.
Yeah, so I saw this on Facebook yesterday, and I wasn't sure if this information was true, so I checked Worlds of Fun's website. Yes, this is true. This is true. They're removing 5 rides just kind of out of nowhere. These include Falcon's Flight, a Husk Condor, Monsoon, an Intamin Shoot the Chute, and 3 kids rides: Linus's Beetlebugs, Snoopy's Yacht Club, and Peanuts Turnpike. And I was going to say, Falcon's Flight, that removal in particular is disappointing because there are very few of those Husk Condors in existence still, and I want to ride one of them.
Yeah, and Flying Falcon at Hershey Park is no longer there, and Condor at Great Escape is rarely ever open now.
Mm-hmm.
You honestly just have to be lucky on the day that you go in order to ride it. There's not many of those Husk Condors left in existence, so it's disappointing to see Falcon's Flight getting removed. But I think it's just one of those flat rides now that are starting to become a dying breed.
Yeah, and Monsoon, that was their boat ride, their Shoot the Chute. Those are a lot more common, obviously, than Husk Condors, but still kind of disappointing.
Now, what do you think this is all for? Why do you think they are removing these rides?
I don't know. Budget cuts, maybe?
Maybe we could finally see Cedar Fair putting money into these smaller parks. Dorney, Worlds of Fun, maybe even Valley Fair. I mean, look at Worlds of Fun. They're adding Zambezi Zinger.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, this year is Worlds of Fun's 50th anniversary, and what a way to start their 50th anniversary. Not only is their new coaster going to open way late, but they're removing 5 other rides.
I was really shocked when they announced Zambezi Zinger. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, I was too. Even though it had been rumored for a while.
Yeah, I knew they were going to get something, but I didn't expect that. If that makes sense. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's a wooden coaster with a spiral lift hill. Have we ever really even seen that before?
No.
Exactly. So,
when I think of spiral lift hills, I think of Whizzer at Six Flags Great America, and what's it called? That coaster at Casino Pier? Pirates Hideaway.
Hideaway, yeah. You could even argue the Zamperla Volaires too, like Time Warp at Canada's Wonderland. Those spiral lift hills. So yeah, we haven't seen a wooden coaster with the spiral lift. And yes, it's the Titan track.
Only the spiral lift hill and the drop are Titan track. Everything else is wood.
Yeah, and you've experienced Titan track. It's only a short portion of White Lightning, but
yeah, I don't feel it at all when I ride it. I've never.
Oh, I thought you told me in the past that you do actually feel the difference.
No. Well, okay. That's because White Lightning, that's like this much of the track.
Yeah, I guess it's really hard to say. So who knows what this could all be about, but it is interesting to see that they are removing 5 rides, 5 random rides too. Again, 3 kiddie rides, a shoot the chutes, and a husk condor.
Yeah.
So only time will tell, and then we'll have to keep our eyes out for Worlds of Fun in these next couple of years. But now we're going to talk about Tron Light Cycle Run. It is officially open to the public at Magic Kingdom. So let's talk about what others are saying about it, shall we?
Yeah, so it opened, what day is today? April 6th? Yeah. The day that we're recording this is April 6th. It opened 2 days ago, April 4th. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves Tron Light Cycle Run.
Overall, not everyone. I will say this, and that's not to like shame others, but I mean, facts are facts. It's not very accommodating to larger riders. And we mentioned that on several other episodes before when we were talking about Tron, that the only accommodating seat is in the back row, that larger seat.
Would I say it was worth the 5-year wait? No, I don't think so. But it still looks good, though. It looks like probably the best coaster at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't think it looks Cosmic Rewind good, but it looks good. I'm excited to ride it. I'm going to ride it in a little less than a month, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what I think of it. But again, I'm not this big person, so I don't think I'll have any trouble at all. But a couple of my friends that I'm going to be with, they're a little bigger. So it will be interesting to see if they get the walk of shame or not. And I mean, I hate to say that, but like I said, Tron, it's not very accommodating to larger riders. That's just how the ride was designed. It's nice that they do have the larger car, but it's one car. So basically you're waiting an extra 30 minutes for the ride just to sit in the larger car, which I mean, I guess it's better than not riding at all, but still.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much a short topic. Overall, most people seem to love it. So I'm excited to ride it. All right, now let's talk about RipQurl Blaster, an all-new whitewater coaster coming to Six Flags America for this season.
Yeah, and this is a water coaster, by the way, going in Hurricane Harbor. It is going back behind where Bonsai Pipelines used to be.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, Bonsai Pipelines is getting ripped out this year.
Almost all, if not most, Six Flags Hurricane Harbor water parks have Bonsai Pipelines.
Yeah.
They've been one of those additions that, okay. Do you remember the videos with Jim Reed Anderson?
Yeah, they were so funny.
Yeah. All I can think about right now is watching those videos. New for 2015 at Six Flags St. Louis, Hurricane Harbor, Bonsai Pipelines. Surprise, surprise. And then the next park, new for Six Flags Over Georgia, Bonsai Pipelines. It was, it was just one of those additions that every water park seemed to get. So not a huge loss for Six Flags America. And I think this water coaster is going to be a great addition for them, honestly.
Yeah, it's in the style of Master Blaster at Schlitterbahn, if you've done that.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And plus, I've heard that Bonsai Pipelines, the one at Six Flags America, I've heard those were rather uncomfortable for trapdoor slides.
I actually did go on them. I did it both at Six Flags New England and America. I don't remember it really bothering me all that much. I actually do like drop slides, but I know they're not for everybody.
I do too when they're smooth. Drop slides are a real hit or miss for me, in my opinion. When they're smooth, they're awesome. When they're rough, they can really hurt your back.
That's fair. I'll give you that. Like my favorite one of all the ones I've done is probably Snake Pit or well, the entire structure is called Snake Pit. Python Plummet at Dorney.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Which I'll say this is probably the best addition Six Flags America has gotten, arguably since Harley Quinn's Spinsanity, the giant discovery.
Yeah, right. So what are your thoughts on the name RipQurl Blaster for a water coaster?
I like it. I really like it.
The logo's cool as well. Six Flags went a little outside the box this time.
I'll say, I think I would probably think it was cooler if they had gone with the normal spelling with RIP not QURL. But
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I may actually go back to Six Flags America this year. Not confirmed or anything, but there is a possibility. So I'll probably go in the water park and give this a try. I've been on a number of these water coasters, and they're a lot of fun.
I've been on Mammoth and Wildebeest at Holiday World. I did the luge at Kentucky Kingdom before they removed it.
Okay. Six Flags New England does have one. It's called Typhoon. But when I was there, it had such a long line. That's another thing with these water coasters. Same thing applies with Breaker's Edge at Hershey Park. They get very long lines.
I also did Avalanche at Smoky Mountain.
Okay. So you've been on a number of them then.
4 of them, I think.
Yeah. No, they're great. They're great rides.
I still haven't done River Rush, though, at Dollywood Splash Country, which kills me.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you'll get out there this year to ride that.
Uh-huh.
You like water country, right?
You mean Splash Country?
Splash Country, thank you.
I don't know. I've never been.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been.
Wow, the number of years you've been going to Dollywood. I never knew that.
My parents never wanted to go to Splash Country as when I was younger.
Yeah, but you've been to a number of water parks near Dollywood, right?
Yeah, I've been to Smoky Mountain. I've been to Hurricane Bay and Splash and Safari.
And haven't you stayed at the lodge there with the indoor and outdoor water park?
Yeah.
What is that called again?
Wilderness at the Smokies.
Yeah. But not Dollywood's water park?
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't done it.
Yeah, you got to check that out this summer.
I know.
All right. We got 2 more here.
Mm-hmm.
So
this one shocked me when I read this. Bob Iger recently announced that Disney World is expected to spend $17 billion over the next 10 years. Yeah, billion with a B. I've never heard of a theme park chain invest that kind of money. That is ridiculous.
$17 billion investment over the next decade. Wild. So
you could see.
What could we see happen to the parks over the next 10 years? I mean,
I'll tell you, the popular rumor is that they're going to add a 5th park. There are a whole bunch of rumors swirling around that Disney is going to add a 5th park.
The thing is, they have the land for it. They've had the land for it for the longest time. Disney World owns so much property there.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be their largest park? Probably not.
Likely no. It's really hard to beat Animal Kingdom in terms of land.
Yeah. However, this may sound crazy, but I think if they were to add a 5th park, it would be mostly thrill rides. To compete. Only reason I'm saying that is to compete with Universal.
Yeah, that'd be the only reason Disney would do it. And even then, a thrill-based park for Disney is a little bit of a stretch. Because what Disney park around the world is solely based off of thrill? None of them.
Maybe DCA?
Oh, Disney's California Adventure? Yeah. I was about to say.
Maybe, although outside of Incredicoaster, Radiator Springs Racers, and Mission Breakout, there's not really much else there when it comes to thrills now thinking about it.
I was going to say, do not say Disneyland Paris, because Disneyland Paris is not thrill-based.
Yeah, no. But, I mean, do you think I sound crazy for saying that? Like, Disney has to do something to compete with Universal. I mean, Epic Universe is going to have, what, like 4 roller coasters?
3, I think.
Plus all the other roller coasters that are already at Studios and Islands of Adventure already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Disney adds a 5th park, I don't know what it would be themed to, because SeaWorld is marine life themed, Universal is movie themed, and so is Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Do you remember Disney's America? Do you remember that concept?
What is that, or what was that?
I just remember watching a video. I'm a big fan of Defunctland. Shout out to them.
Oh, okay.
And they did a video touching on all of this. That was an idea that they had for a 5th park a while back. Could we see that come back around? Maybe. It was basically like a patriotic theme park.
That'd be kind of interesting. And also, Disney is expected to introduce up to 13,000 new jobs.
That's great.
A lot going on for Disney right now.
Yeah, for real. It's like changing by the day.
And I gotta say, Bob Iger, you're doing great. Bob Chapek, no, you're out of here for a reason.
It will be very interesting to see what happens in the next decade for Disney.
Yeah.
All right, last one here. Air Force One at Fun Spot Atlanta is officially open to the public, and the reception, awesome.
I have not heard one bad review on Air Force One so far. Like, I rode it 25 times on opening day, and I gotta say, every time we camp into the breaks, everyone was in a good mood. And when we got off the coaster, everyone was in a good mood. There was no negativity around Air Force One at all.
Do I think I'll like it more than Steel Vengeance? I don't want to say it's impossible. It really looks like it packs a punch. Well, but Steel Vengeance just has the duration to Air Force One.
Yeah, the difference is not a whole lot, honestly. Steel Vengeance is my number 3. Air Force One is my number 6.
So not a huge gap there.
Yeah. I'll say, though, it's the best coaster in Georgia. And this is someone who hasn't even been to Wild Adventures, coming from me. You don't have to go to Wild Adventures to know that nothing there competes with Air Force One, because their coaster lineup consists of an SLC, a Boomerang, and some below average family coasters.
Now, if Cheetah was still open.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic. You didn't pick up on that? You really think you'd prefer Cheetah to Air Force One?
No, but the park's coaster lineup would be better.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I'll say, they removed Viking Voyage in 2018 and then Cheetah in 2020. True. They removed what I think were probably the 2 best coasters in that park.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Wild Adventures really should add something in the next few years. Do I think they will? Nah.
The problem is that park is not in a good location.
Yeah, where Six Flags Over Georgia and Fun Spot Atlanta are in a very popular area, which is the city of Atlanta.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's actually in Fayetteville. Fun Spot Atlanta is Fayetteville, Georgia. We had, for the grand opening, we had the mayor of Fayetteville County come to the grand opening and speak to us at the grand opening for that coaster. The mayor of the county, along with the owner of RMC, Doug Hurley, the NASA astronaut, John Airy Sr., and John Airy Jr. Everyone was pumped for that edition.
Yeah, no, it looked like an awesome day, and I just can't wait to ride it. So hopefully I agree with what everyone else has been saying about the ride. I don't see why I wouldn't at this point. It just looks so awesome. I mean, you said that while you do prefer Iron Gwazi, Lightning Rod, Steel Vengeance to Air Force One, Air Force One may have the strongest airtime on any RMC. It's up there.
Yeah.
The finale in itself looks insane. It's just hill after hill after hill.
Yeah. Steel Vengeance has a lot more airtime, obviously, in terms of time, but Air Force One is stronger, I think. I was talking to Bennett, Coaster Dolphin, that day, and we were both like, how in the world does this exist at an FEC?
Family Entertainment Center, yeah.
Yeah, we were like, this is the best investment an FEC has ever gotten.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know if anything that comes close, because most family entertainment centers, they just have a Wild Mouse or a ENF Miler or SBF Visa spinner.
Or a wooden shuttle coaster in the case of ZDTs.
All right, that's fair, but that's the only one that has one. You can't really say that.
That's the only one that even has a legit shot to be the other best investment that an FEC has done.
I'd still probably give it to Air Force One.
I would too. It's not really close. If you ask me, it's not close.
But Switchback looks cool though.
Switchback barely makes my top 100 coasters. Air Force One is my number 6.
Yeah, so definitely a huge drop off there. All right, and now the special segment to wrap things up. I told you before we started recording today that this was kind of a quicker one. Sometimes they're longer. The one that stands out to me is the time we had Andreas Thrills and Magic on. The special segment alone was like 30 minutes.
Wasn't the whole episode like an hour and 5 minutes?
Something like that. I cut out a few things, but there really wasn't much I could cut out. It was a good episode other than the fact we had audio issues.
Yeah.
But now this is a shorter one today. So let's dive right into it. All right. So of every coaster model, what would you say is the one that every park should have and why?
Oh.
I know my answer.
Hang on.
Curious to see what you'll say, though.
Yeah. Actually, I'm debating between two.
And don't think about it like money. What's realistic? Don't even think about that.
I have my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
An RMC iBox coaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're gonna say, I think.
Go ahead.
You want me to say, because I think what you're gonna say is probably what I was about to say. An Intamin multi-launch coaster.
No, actually.
Oh, that I was debating between an RMC iBox and an Intamin multi-launch. I gave it to the RMC iBox though, because of smoothness and reliability.
Nah. I mean, I think Intamin is the best manufacturer. However, they're not reliable and they break down a lot. So if I were to choose a coaster model for every park, I would probably go with the B&M Hyper, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, I would probably go with the B&M Hyper. They're reliable, they're thrilling, they have good airtime, they're tall, they're fast. Well, there's not much more you could ask for. And they don't break down. Quick operations, too. Most of the time, anyway.
Yeah, they get repetitive, though, after you've ridden so many of them.
That's fair. But couldn't you say the same thing about RMC?
Yeah, okay.
Because they're all similar. A lot of them have similar elements. It's not to say they're bad, but a lot of them are the same. So yeah, I would probably go with B&M Hyper, and then you're going to go on RMC iBox.
I almost said an Intamin multi-launch, but I'm going to go with an RMC iBox.
Okay. Last thing I'll throw in there, I think a Gravity Group family wooden coaster is one of those rides that every park should have as well.
Those rides are so good. Oscar's Wacky Taxi and Kentucky Flyer. Those rides, those are the two I've done. Those are so good.
Yeah, they are good rides. They're thrilling for enthusiasts because they have pretty strong airtime. And they're not tall and they're not too fast. So they're good for younger kids as well.
Yeah. Which I'll say, when I rode Oscar's Wacky Taxi last summer, I was actually kind of shocked by its airtime.
I'm sure, yeah. It really throws you out of your seat. So
that's about all we got for this week's episode. Thank you, Nick, for joining me again.
Yeah. Next episode, we'll be talking about our Georgia trip, so stay tuned for that.
And this is Coasters and Things and
Beyond the Thrills,
signing